Welcome to the Lone Ranger Radio Show. My name is Bruce Woodburn, CrossCountry Mortgage. They call me the Lone Ranger. Appreciate you joining me on this beautiful Sunday morning. Hope you're enjoying your day. There's a lot going on out in the industry right now when it comes to real estate and mortgages, and I always want to keep my friends, you out there, informed as to what's going on in the industry. I want you to know that you can always count on me to help you, your friends, and your family navigate their next real estate transaction. So if you're looking for a great mortgage company, let me tell you a little bit about myself and the organization that I run. I work for a company called CrossCountry Mortgage. If you haven't heard of CrossCountry Mortgage, we are one of the largest in the country. Matter of fact, I think we run about sixth largest mortgage company in the country right now, operating in all 50 states. So I can help you anywhere in the country that you want to buy a home. Now, having a company of that size means that we have a lot of buying power. So we are servicing most of our mortgages. You don't want a mortgage company that's going to sell you off to somebody else, then likelihood of you staying with me and me servicing your loan is highly, highly likely. Now, every mortgage company can sell loans, so I never tell you that it'll never be sold. I can only tell you that we mostly keep our mortgages, which is unlike most mortgage companies. They just don't. Now, particularly for a big mortgage company like ours, because a lot of mortgages are bought and sold into the secondary market. However, that should never impact your decision on whether you should go with a mortgage company, mine or anyone else's, because the servicing aspect of the transaction should be minor to most of it. Most of it has to do with the origination aspect of it. So what are you getting for an originator? How are they communicating with you? What do their interest rates look like? What do their closing costs look like? Are they giving great service? So here's where I start. I start with service because I don't think rate matters until you have great service. Matter of fact, I don't want to deal with a company that gives me bad service, even if they give me great terms. I'm not interested in that. It's like going to a restaurant and saying they got good food, but the service is horrible. It's just horrible. I don't want it. I'd rather have both. I want good food and I want good service. I want a great rate and I want great service. That's what you're going to get when you work with Bruce Woodburn, the Lone Ranger at CrossCountry Mortgage. Now, I run the region here in Central Florida. I host 2 radio shows. I am committed to making sure that you, my client, get the very best. So that means return phone calls. That means return emails. That means our texting system. That means fast underwriting, means great interest rates and low closing costs. What more could you ask for? What more could you ask for? So that's really what the Lone Ranger does here. We don't mess around. We don't play games. We don't quote people things that we hope the rates will go in that direction, only to lure you in. When we give you rate quotes, it's that day's rate quote. If you want a 30-day rate quote or a 45 or a 60, I've got rates that I can lock in as long as almost a year in advance. So if you don't know what rates are going to be in 12 months from now, I can lock you in on that right now. Now, are your rates better with a short-term lock than they are a long-term lock? Of course they are. Absolutely. Do I advise you doing a 12-month lock? Not really. I don't. And that's where people get you caught up, because these long-term rate locks lock you into that lender. They don't allow you to reshop that lender at that time. You could, but you could also lose money because you will have to lock in a long-term guarantee. I don't charge any fees on anything under a 90-day lock. There's no lock-in commitment fee that you would pay under a 90-day lock. So I don't think that you should look right now at rates going up much higher than they are right now. Are they going to go up? They probably will go up. When are they going to stop going up? Probably around the end of the year. Maybe October if we're really lucky, depending on how the midterms go. But that's where I kind of think the rates are going to go. If you have questions for me, or you'd like to talk to me, you want to call me on the air, you want to text me, you want to call during the week, you can reach me at 407-706-3313. That's 407-706-3313. If you want help with your mortgage, I would be honored to help you with your financing. Go to WeBringYouHome.com. That's WeBringYouHome.com. Got a lot of things to talk about on the show today. I've lost my voice a little bit over the weekend, but we're going to manage to get through it just fine. But just don't say, hey, that doesn't sound like the Lone Ranger. It is me, but my voice has gone a little bit. So we're working on that. All right. So we had a pretty good week in the market. Now, when I look at the market, I'm watching the bond market all day because that's what impacts interest rates for you. So I want bonds to be up. That way rates will come down. So bonds were up. We had a good week last week. We had a pretty good week this week. Those are the best 2 weeks that I've seen probably in the last 3 months. So not a bad idea. If you're already locked in with another lender, call me, give me an opportunity to beat that rate. I'm going to do whatever I can. If you are looking to purchase a home right now, I'm going to tell you something. Buyers have been at a huge disadvantage. Would you guys not agree with that? I mean, we are deep into a seller's market, but things are starting to change. The tides are changing. The storm has come. We're probably in a recession right now, whether our federal government's going to tell us that or not. I'd say we're in a slight recession, but it could get a little bit worse. Why do I think it could get worse? Because I don't see that we've hit the peak of inflation yet. And once the peak of inflation happens, then we should start turning the corner and coming down the other side of the mountain. So right now, I still think we're climbing the mountain. You still have the Fed going to increase Fed rates again. They promised several more rate increases. I've heard as many as 18. I can't see how that could possibly happen, but I do anticipate that the Fed will increase interest rates again because inflation is out of control and they don't know what to do with it. They absolutely don't know what to do. Matter of fact, if you ask them that question, they'll just change the question completely. They go, well, our inflation isn't as bad as other countries are. Well, so what? You know, that's like the old saying my mother used to say, well, just because your friend jumped off the bridge, does that mean you're going to jump off the bridge? And I used to go, what bridge, Mom? Okay. All right. We'll change that subject and go on to why I think it's a good time to be in the market. Interest rates are continuing to rise. Everybody that's getting an interest rate right now, I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm going to refinance you later. Okay? But I still think you should be in the market. I'm not as crazy about interest rates going up. I'm no crazier about them than you are. It slows business down, so I don't like it as much. But I'm still buying property. The Lone Ranger's buying property. If I'm buying property, you should buy property. That means it's a good investment. You're going to see a slight lull, and then you're going to see us just explode again. Don't wait for that to happen. Get into the market right now. Now, there's a couple things that I think are now going to help the buyer because the buyer's been at a complete disadvantage for quite some time. Right? We're deep into the seller's market, but things are shifting. Matter of fact, there was 176 less homes on the market this month from last month. That's a pretty substantial decrease in the homes in inventory. So that's going to slow things down. So that's going to put buyers a little bit more in control. Now, I'm not going to tell you that it is a buyer's market because it's not. We still only have about 3 to 4 weeks supply of inventory. We need 6 months to be a balanced market, and we need more than 6 months to be a buyer's market. However, there is something in the horizon, and I think the horizon has come. Now, we are starting to see that if you go into the market right now, the chances on you paying over ask price are very slim. I think sellers have gotten a reality check, and you're not going to pay over ask price. You might even get a little under ask price. Now, as time goes on, you may be able to, if you have a strong real estate agent, negotiate some buyer paid closing costs. So I'm going to introduce you to a program that I used to do, and now I'm going to do it again because I want to help more home buyers. If you're considering buying a home, listen to this message and listen carefully. First of all, write down my phone number, 407-706-3313. I'm the Lone Arranger, not the Lone Ranger, the Lone Arranger. That's my name, Bruce Woodburn. Now listen, here's what I'm going to do for buyers. I have gone out into the Central Florida market, everywhere from Melbourne, Daytona, New Smyrna, DeLand, DeBary, Orlando, Kissimmee, Davenport, Claremont, Mineola, Groveland, Winter Park, all these areas, and I hand-picked a select group of real estate agents to join my program. And here's the program, because it benefits you. You call me, I'll refer you to the best agent that's been vetted on my list and that I have done business with in the past, and I know their professional behavior, and I know their negotiating skills. So you call me. They now, if I refer you to my real estate agent that I've vetted, will have to contribute 25% of the buy-side commission towards your closing costs. Now you heard me right, folks, 25% of the buy-side commission. So let's just put this in perspective. Let's just say you bought a $350,000 house, and the listing agent gets half of a 6% commission. So they get 3, the buyer's agent gets 3. 3% of 350,000 is 10.5. You would get 25% of that, which would be $2,500 towards your closing costs. $400,000 if the buyer agent's getting 3%, you'd get $3,000. If you're buying an $800,000 house, the buyer's agent's getting 3%, you're going to get $6,000 that the buyer's agent will now contribute toward your closing costs. Now, here's the other thing. I'm encouraging these buyer's agents to also negotiate that the seller picks up some closing costs. So you can't guarantee, because every transaction's different, but if I've got the seller picking up closing costs and I've got the buyer's agent paying some closing costs, I'm telling you, it's a win-win for you guys. And you get a great mortgage from the Loan Arranger. Call me at 407-706-3313. That's 407-706-3313. Or go to WeBringYouHome.com. I will refer you to a great real estate agent. If that real estate agent, for any reason, and this is just as a disclaimer, isn't everything that you expected them to be, then you call me back. I will connect you with another one, because I have agents knocking my door down to get on this program, and I just started it. So I'm committed to making sure that you, my listener, my loyal listener, has got the very best that's available, and we're gonna fight like heck to make sure you got it. You call the Loan Arranger at 407-706-3313. Now, can you combine other programs with this? Yes, my Hometown Hero program. If you're in law enforcement, first responder, educator, and you are certified in any of those occupations, you can get up to $25,000 towards down payment and closing costs. Now, can you imagine by mixing that with the real estate agent contributing and negotiating some seller closing costs? I mean, come on. You might be able to use the whole $25,000 if you're qualified for up to $25,000 just to do a principal reduction. It's just a no-brainer. It's the best no-brainer that I've heard in a long time. You've got to get on the stick with this. If you know anybody that's renting right now, or anybody that's considering selling and then buying, you send them over to me, the Loan Arranger. 407-706-3313. That's 407-706-3313. Or WeBringYouHome.com. There is no obligation to this program. There's no contract that you're going to sign. There's no strings attached. There's just money in your pocket. I designed this program to benefit the buyer because you guys have been at a disadvantage. And don't worry about the interest rate. We're all paying a little higher interest rates than we'd like to, but that is going to change. And when it does, you're going to be on my family program. Then I'll refinance you out of the higher rate and into the lower rate. Now, here's what happens. A lot of people jump the gun as soon as things start to drop and they start looking at refinancing. I will consult with you as to when I think would be the best time for you to refinance. That's what you get from the Loan Arranger, somebody that's truly interested in helping you, helping the community, helping you get the most and the biggest bang for your buck. The Loan Arranger, 407-706-3313. If you're a teacher, law enforcement, first responder, or educator, call me about Hometown Heroes. I am going to be teaching a class this month on Hometown Heroes to realtors and the general public, and that's going to be on July the 20th from 6 to 7:30 at Miller's Ale House. register at WeBringYouHome.com right away. WeBringYouHome.com. We'll be back in 5 minutes with more of the Lone Ranger Show and more ways that I can help you save money on your next real estate transaction. Stay tuned.